Every individual, regardless of pigment, gender, location of origin, background, faith, belief, they live by a set of priorities, a set of values, things that are most important to least important in their life. And whatever's highest on that value, they spontaneously are inspired from within to want to fulfill it. Whatever's lowest on the values, they need outside extrinsic motivation to get them to do it. So there's a difference between living congruent with your highest value and being inspired from within and live a calling, and being despired from without and needing motivation. I'm not a motivational speaker. Motivational speaker is somebody that uses rhetorical persuasion to get somebody to try to do something that doesn't match their own intrinsic value. I'm an inspired educator. I try to educate people on how to live inspired lives. Identifying this highest value was one of the most significant things a human being can do. And it has been known all the way before Aristotle and even Plato. This highest value was given a name by ancient Greeks, and it was called the Telos. And Telos meant the end in mind, the ultimate aim. Napoleon Hill called it the chief aim. One of my mentors in my 20s, Ed Tolson, called it the magnificent obsession, the thing that is so magnificent in your life that you just can't wait to go and live it, fulfill it. Or primary objective, some teachers have called it. But this Telos, this highest value, is the most important thing we can identify. Our highest value, our very life revolves around. Our ontology, the study of our own being, emerges out of that highest value. Our teleology, the study of meaning and purpose, emerges out of that highest value. Our epistemology, the study of knowledge, maximizes according to our highest value. So our highest value is one of the most significant things we can ever know and organize our life to fulfill. All the other values are means to an end, but the ultimate end in mind is that highest value. In my case, it's research and teach. But every one of us here has something unique that's the highest to our values. And it can range in any area of life. Rose Kennedy, her highest value was dedicating her life to raising a family of world leaders. Others, it may be on a spiritual mission. Others, social causes. Others, physical fitness and health or beauty. Some business, some finance, some intellectual pursuits. No one is right or wrong, but everybody that has similar values will see it as good and right, and somebody who has dissimilar values will see it probably wrong and in error. We all have a unique fingerprint-specific value system that is dictating our destiny. The hierarchy of our values is dictating how we perceive the world, make decisions in the world, and act in the world. Tell me what your values are, and I'll tell you where you're headed. That highest value is the pointer. It's the North Star. It's the true north for our own being. Knowing that, and then orchestrating like a symphony our life around it, is the key to mastery. Anytime we're doing an action that is aligned and congruent with our highest value, we maximize the potential in every area of our life. Our brain is a telos-seeking and fulfilling organ. It is neuroplastically building and destroying segments of the brain to maximize the fulfillment of that telos, that highest value. Any perception or any action or any decision we make that allows us to maximize the fulfillment of the telos, neurogenesis occurs in those nerves, nutrification occurs, myelinization occurs, and the brain is actualized and maximized in its potential the moment we live congruently. And anything that is not lived congruently, because of subordinating to other people and trying to inject the values of others and living in the shadows of others instead of on the shoulders of giants, we deteriorate our brain and we demyelinate it, denutrify it, and literally destroy it. So the energy in the body is maximally utilized for maximum simplicity of function to make sure that we are maximizing our telos. So our brain, which is master, governor, and controller through the autonomics of physiology, is a telos-seeking and fulfilling organ, and therefore our physiology that follows suit is a telos-fulfilling system. So we maximize our physiology and our brain capacity if we identify what's truly most important to us and prioritize our life accordingly. So identifying that highest value is crucial. And our very life demonstrates it daily. How we fill our space reveals our highest value. How we spend our time reveals our highest value. What we are energized by, because when we're doing something that's high in our values, we have more energy at the end of the day than when we start. How we spend our money and what we always find money for and spend money on. Where we're most organized, where we're most disciplined. What is it we think about, visualize, and talk to ourselves about most and talk to others about most? What is it that inspires us? What is it that we have as a goal that we persist and never stop on? And what is it we can't wait to learn? Our life is demonstrating what that highest value is. Identifying that and accessing that is probably the highest priority thing that we can do as a human being, regardless of age. I've seen young children, very young, access that and do extraordinary things and not succumb to the basics of normal psychology that psychology likes to think we're supposed to go through. I've seen young children do extraordinary things in very young ages, 8, 9, 10, do extraordinary things and accomplish things that are mind-boggling when they access their telos. But the majority of people, as Kohlberg said, are subordinating to other people and not giving themselves permission to be who they really are, their authentic self. They're subordinating to mothers, fathers, preachers, teachers, or individual community, city, state, or nation, or world influences like a herd, a sheep, instead of a shepherd. And transcending those influences and giving themselves to be like a Bruno with an original idea, the original service. Gives them a competitive advantage and uniqueness in the world. The telos is so important that it dictates how we perceive our environment and what we learn. If your highest value is your children and you're 35 years old with 3 children under the age of 5, if you walk in a mall, you'll notice and spot things and screen and filter with a selected biased attention information relating to children. If your highest value is entrepreneurship, you'll walk in that same mall and see a completely different mall. We have 7 billion versions of the mall because they're all filtering it through our value system and seeing a different world.